Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this afternoon's Tuesday edition of KCK Baseball. Metropolitan Wolves have traveled across town for one game this afternoon. I may make a wrong assumption. Usually we try a 9 inning game. Do you know if it's going to be a 9 or a 7 today? We've been surprised by one 7 inning game, and my volume is working on the broadcast, so welcome everyone, and we'll get a little information ready to go, and we'll be back with this one shortly. Starting lineups for today's game. First for the Metropolitan Wolves. Leading off in right field, Frank Gall. Batting second, the shortstop, Broxton Cole. Batting third, the first baseman, J.C. Kabuyaban. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Caden Jeffries. The third baseman will bat fifth, Jesus Sosa. Batting sixth, the catcher, Connor Roush. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Colin Morris. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Deegan Seeley. The second baseman will bat ninth, Bryce Iserer. And on the mound, Dalton Eggleston. So it'll be Gall, Cole, Kabuyaban, Jeffries, Sosa, Roush, Morris, Seeley, Iserer with Eggleston on the mound. Starting lineup for your Blue Devils, leading off the shortstop, Gary Goldbeck. Batting second, Peyton Basler. Batting third, the third baseman, Jackson Mervosh. Jace Woida is the first baseman. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Brady Patterson, will bat fifth. The catcher will bat sixth, Frankie Santiago. With the left fielder batting seventh, Freddie Nolan the fourth. Batting eighth, Tanner Pachorik in right field. And batting ninth, Brady Kern, the center fielder, with Bryson Vaughter on the mound. Goldbeck, Basler, Mervosh, Woida, Patterson, Santiago, Nolan the fourth, Pachorik, Kern, and Vaughter on the mound. We'll be back.
Mound for the Wolves.
All right, welcome to the broadcast, everyone. Bryson Vaughter will take his final warm-up throws. Behind him will be Nolan the fourth. Kern and Pechoric left to right across the outfield. Mervosh, Golbeck, Basler, and Wojda across the infield with Santiago behind the plate and Bryson Vaughter on the mound. Vaughter has a 1-1 record, 4.26 ERA. He is from Topeka, Kansas. Welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for joining me. On Thursday, we will travel down to Cali for the start of that 4-game series. On the website is a listing of the links for watching the CSN, the Cali Sports Network. They have a great broadcast from down there. So Thursday, I'll go down and kind of get to watch the game. You guys will be able to watch their broadcast. Then on Saturday, we'll be back here at KCK for the final games of that series, and I will bring those to you as usual. So, Gall, Cole, and Kaboyaban will start things off for the Metropolitan Wolves as we are ready for some baseball here on the campus of the Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils. Gall will step in. Gall starts the day batting .345. First pitch to him, and he whistles it by the coach down in the coach's box. So quickly Owen won the count on Frank Gall, the right fielder for the Wolves. That ball stays up just a bit, 1-1 the count. Cloudy day here on the campus, wind blowing out of the north. That's high and inside. 2-1 the count. Top of the first inning action. Scheduled 9-inning game, just one game. There's a bunt. And that's taken care of by Mervosh and called safe at first. So a bunt hit for Gall. That's going to bring up Cole.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Broxton Cole.
It's going to bring up Broxton Cole. Cole starts the day batting .266. Runner down at first base is Gall after the bunt hit. Swing and a miss of that first pitch from Vaughter to Cole. Cole, the shortstop for the Wolves. Foul ball. So quickly 0-2 the count on Broxton Cole. Welcome everyone to the broadcast today. Thanks for joining me. Cool day here on the campus in Kansas City, Kansas. Toss over to first, nothing going on over there. On to the count. Way high and outside. Santiago with the catching duties in the game today with Patterson. Doing the DHing. That's high and inside. So from 0-2 to 2-2. Gall with a bunt hit. He's at first. Strike 3 called outside corner at the knees. Cole goes down on strikes.
Now batting the first baseman, number 10, J.C. Kaboyaban.
That brings up Kaboyaban. He starts the day batting .350. He's up there with one out and a runner at first. And the ball out into the outfield, headed over to third.
I would have just hold it because that's.
So Gall with a stolen base and then moves up to third base. So had him picked off but couldn't finish the deal. So runner at third, one out. There's a ground ball at Mervosh and over to first. Kaboyaban gets the job done with an RBI on the 5-3 ground out.
Now batting the DH number 32, Caden Jeffries.
So that's going to bring up Jeffries. There's a strike to him. Swing and a miss. Caden Jeffries, the designated hitter. He starts the day batting .333, down in the count 0-2. Vaughter on the mound for the Blue Devils. There's a foul ball back to the screen. Jeffries stays alive. One run in for the Wolves. Way outside, 1-2 the count. Comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. So the Wolves get one run on the bunt hit. Scores on the ground ball by Kaboyaban. We go to the bottom of the first. One run in for the Wolves. Blue Devils coming up. I'll be back. All right, to the bottom of the first inning we go. On the mound is Dalton Eggleston. He has a 0-2 record, 5.56 ERA. He is from Spring, Texas. He will face Golbeck, Basler, and Mervanche for the Blue Devils. Blue Devils are 27-3 on the year. In conference, they are 15-1, and they are on top of the Eastern Division, closely followed behind is Johnson County and Cali. They're both 11-1.
For the Blue Devils, the shortstop number 4, Gary Golbeck.
Gary Golbeck will lead things off for the Blue Devils. He starts the day batting .533. Squares to bunt and fouls it back. Little drag bunt action going on there. fouls it away. Oh, and 1 the count on Goldbeck. That's down low. 1-1 the count. Goldbeck, the shortstop for the Blue Devils, in tied at third is Sosa. There's a strike, catches the outside corner at the knees. 1-2 the count from Eggleston to Goldbeck. Way high and outside. So 2-2 the count. See by the shake of the center field camera that there's quite a lot of wind today.
He had some talent or whatever. The problem was our team just couldn't block for him really well.
There's a foul ball over off the face of the dugout on the first base side where the Wolves are
We also had new coaches.
located. So we'll do the 2-2 again. Way high and outside and all the way back to the screen.
No, I think he's cooperating now.
Oh, okay. Okay, he's not. I mean, hey, I'm just saying. He was trying.
So 3-2 the count now. Wolves with the 1-run lead here in the bottom of the first. There's another foul ball over the third base dugout now. So we'll do the 3-2 again. Goldbeck earns another pitch with that foul ball.
People were saying like, "Oh, we should trade him now."
Another foul ball. So we'll do the 3-2 again. Gary Goldbeck leading off the bottom half of the first here, early going in this one. Another foul ball pulls that one.
Apparently they're meeting with J.K. Dobbins. Chiefs.
So we'll do the 3-2 again.
For the Ravens.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat coming. There's a ball headed into right field. Right pretty much at Gall. Gall takes care of that for the first out of the inning.
Now batting the second baseman, number 2, Peyton Basler.
That's going to bring up the second baseman, Peyton Basler. Basler starts the day batting .316. He'll step in with 1 out and nobody on.
Here's what I oh boy.
Pop that one up back here and hit right above us. Sosa in on the grass. Basler, Goldbeck, and several others are apt to bunt at any time.
Anyways,
0-1 the count
I'm gonna be honest.
on Basler.
Like I said, we don't got no press box or anything.
That drops down low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
So close to where
1-run lead for the Wolves here in the bottom of the first.
I try to protect her.
Way high and outside.
Anyways, back to your question.
2-1 the count.
They had a good year this year. I just feel like, Tua to me, like I like Tua, don't get me wrong. I like how he is and how he plays, but I think they just need one.
Foul ball backing over the top of us, so 2-2 the count.
I just feel like they need that. I mean, they got Waddle, but like
Wasn't the quarterback hurt?
Who? What? Tua?
Comes the wind and the 2-2.
You're talking about
That's down low, so 3-2 the count.
so.
He was hurt like before postseason. Like concussions that he got good?
Morris, Seeley, and Gall across the outfield. Sosa, Cole, Eiserer, and Kaboyaban across the infield. Roush behind the plate with Eggleston on the mound.
might have been like Waddle or something. 'Cause Waddle had
Breaking
an
ball
injury
spoiled by Basler.
before he was back in. So. Surprisingly, all through my career, the only thing I had
Tuesday afternoon baseball, one single game.
never had anything with concussions.
That's up high for ball four, so Basler works the base on balls.
Now batting the third baseman, number 10, Jackson Mervosh.
That's going to bring up Jackson Mervosh, the third baseman. He starts the day batting .330. He'll be up there with one out and a runner at first base in Basler. Throw over to first. Basler back in safely. There's a strike outside corner at the knees. 0-1 the count. There's a strike right through there, inside half of the plate at the knees. So quickly 0-2 the count on Mervosh. Throw over to first. Back in safely is Basler. Basler with the one out walk.
Yeah, no, yeah.
0-2 the count. Swing and a miss of that pitch. That'll bring up Woida.
Now batting the first baseman, number 23, Jace Woida.
Jace Woida will step in. Woida starts the day batting .410. He'll be up there with two outs now and a runner at first. It's outside. Want to know the count to Woida? Quick throw over to first. From Eggleston over to Kabuya Band. Back in safely is Basler. Down low and just kicks away a little bit from Rouse, enough that Basler moves down to second. So Basler now in scoring position. He moved up on the wild pitch. 2-0 the count on Woida.
I know there was a camera.
Eggleston from Spring, Texas. That's down just a little bit low. So 3-0 the count. Be surprised to see anything too close here. There's ball four with the empty base at first. So Basler at second, Woida at first.
Now batting the DH, number 32, Brady Patterson.
So that'll bring up Patterson. He's the designated hitter. He starts the day batting .281. Going to get a visit to the mound. Roush going to go out and visit with Eggleston. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. The Wolves plated 1 in the top of the first. Blue Devils have 2 outs with Basler in scoring position and Patterson at the plate. In the dirt, blocked nicely there by Roush. 1-0 the count. Swing and a miss of that pitch. So the count evens out at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on, 2 outs. That breaks a little bit outside. Two balls, 1 strike. Patterson, the designated hitter at the plate. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Roush. So 3-1 the count now on Patterson.
We don't do a scouting report for any game.
Oh, no?
No. Yeah.
Really?
But for any conference, no matter if it's Highland or not.
There's a strike inside corner at the waist. So 3-2 the count now. Runners will be off with the pitch.
So he starts on Monday. No, because we have like
Little turn back to second. Nothing going on up there. Eichler comes sprinting in.
so you watch
Eggleston turned back, but no throw made. Still set for the 3-2 pitch. 2 outs. Wolves with a 1-run lead. There's a ball headed into left field. That's going to be down. So an RBI base hit by Patterson
By Brady Patterson.
ties this thing up.
Now batting the catcher, number 26, Frankie Santiago.
That's going to bring up Santiago. Santiago starts the day batting .417. He'll be up there with runners at first and second, 2 outs.
Frankie wasn't bad against Levitt.
Good.
1-0 the count. That's outside.
He hit, high school, he played 20 games, he hit 19 home runs. He's from Puerto Rico.
Swing and a miss of that pitch.
High school in Texas.
1-1 the count.
Either him or somebody else. I heard the lady talking to Bill. It sounded like he was talking about something else. So I didn't know if he was talking about back ball or
1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the stretch and the pitch from Eggleston. In the dirt, blocked by Roush. Wada at second base. Patterson at first. Santiago at the plate. There's a ball line drive to right field. And that's going to be an RBI base hit.
An RBI
For Santiago.
single by Frankie Santiago.
So Santiago with the 2-out hit puts the Blue
Now
Devils
batting the
up
left fielder,
2-1.
number 22, Freddie Nolan.
So that's going to bring up Freddie Nolan the fourth. Nolan the Roush.
So you have to throw, right?
2-0 the count. Comes the 2-0. There's a ground ball headed up the middle. That's taken by Cole. And over to Kaboyaban for the 6-3 ground out.
Your score
Blue
after
Devils
one inning
get-
complete, Blue Devils up 2-1.
Get 2 runs on 2 hits.
Blue Athletics would like
We
thank
go
the
to
talented
the
Athletics
top of the
coaches,
second inning.
and summer
Blue
runners
Devils
for
leading
KCK
2-1. I'll be
student
back.
athletes coaches.
Pitching change made by the Blue Devils. Will Bartkowski will come in. He has a 3-0 record, 2.20 ERA. He is from Seneca, Kansas. He is scheduled to face Sosa, Roush, and Morris for the Wolves. So one in the top of the first by the Wolves of Metropolitan, and the Blue Devils come back and put up a 2-spot to take a 2-1 lead. So we go to the top of the second inning.
Baseman number 15, Jesus Sosa.
That's going to bring up Jesus Sosa. Want to know the count on Sosa. There's a foul ball whistled over by the first base dugout by Sosa. Sosa starts the day batting .242. Two and one the count on him. He's the third baseman for the Wolves. That's down low. So 3-1 the count. Bartkowski falls behind. He comes in after Vaughter pitched the first inning. There's a one hopper to Wojda. And he's out at first. So Bartkowski comes over The ball off the glove of Wojda out into foul territory, underhanded to Bartkowski, and ruled out at first.
Now batting the catcher, number 6, Connor Roush.
So that's going to bring up Roush. Roush will step in with one out, nobody on. Roush starts the day batting .259. Breaking ball stays inside. 1-0 the count. That's a little bit up and in. 2-0 the count. 1 run on 1 hit for the Wolves so far. 2 runs on 2 hits and an error by the Blue Devils. There's a strike right through there. Outside half of the plate. Bartkowski, side armor from Seneca, Kansas. Catches the outside corner with that fastball from Owen, or from 2-0 to 2-2 now. The catcher, Connor Roush, at the plate. The high chopper at Wojda, and he steps on the bag for the 3 unassisted ground out.
Now batting the left fielder, number 9, Colin Morris.
It's going to bring up Colin Morris, the left fielder. Morris starts the day batting .250. Way outside with that breaking ball is Bartkowski. 1-0 the count on the left fielder, Colin Morris. There's a strike outside half of the plate. At the knees, 1-1 the count. 2 down. Top of the second inning action. 1 game today. Just a little bit outside. 2-1 the count. Outside again. 3-1 the count. So 2 ground outs to Wojda over at first so far in this inning. And there's a 2-out walk to Morris.
Now batting the center fielder, number 4, Deegan Seeley.
That's going to bring up Seeley. Seeley starts the day batting .143. He'll step in with a runner at first and a 1-hopper rocket over to Mervosh. Grabs the short hop and over to Wojda for the 5-3 ground out. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Blue Devils leading 2-1. I'll be back. Pitching change made by the Broncos. Now on the mound, number 25, Bronco Witt. He has a 1-2 record, 3.08 ERA. He is from Gower, Missouri.
Russ.
1.5 innings in the book. Blue Devils lead 2-1. Pachorik, Kern, and Golbeck scheduled up
Leading off
for
the bottom of the second
the
inning
Blue
for the
Devils.
Blue Devils, the right fielder, number 3, Tanner Bajork.
Pachorik will step in. He leads things off here for the Blue Devils. There's a strike, catches the inside corner. Pachorik starts the day batting .281. There's a hit by pitch.
That pitch.
Now batting the center fielder, number 6, Brady Kern.
That'll bring up Brady Kern. Kern will step in with a runner at first base and nobody out. Kern starts the day batting .386. There's a ball headed up the middle. Headed for third. Pachorik going to come back
Single
to
by
second.
Brady Kern.
So Kern right back up the middle with that pitch. So back to the top of the order.
Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Gary Goldbeck.
Golbeck will step in. He's from Kansas City, Kansas. He'll step in with runners at first and second, nobody out. I predict not only a bunt here, but a bunt hit. We'll see what happens. Bottom of the second inning action. Squares to bunt, nobody covering third. The third baseman, Sosa, comes in. Cole does not move back over, so depending on whose mistake it was, we end up with a runner at third base. So 1-0 the count now. Golbeck squared to bunt. Sosa, was charging and takes the pitch, and nobody covering third. Pachorik heads on over. There's a throw down to second, going to be cut off and back to home, and safe at home. So the coach is going to head out to the mound. The Blue Devils, as we refer to, stealing a run there. Off with the pitch is Kern, and Pachorik scores on the throw down to second. So 1-1 the count. Blue Devils now with the 3-1 lead. Coach probably not happy with the defensive alignment and execution of how you try and rotate things to even allow Pachorik to be over at third. 1-1 the count. Bottom of the second inning, Blue Devils leading 3-1. So Golbeck still at the plate. A lot has happened even during his at-bat. 1-1 the count. Kern at second base. 1-1 the count on Golbeck. Squares to bunt. Breaking ball rolls inside. 2-1 the count. Squares to bunt right out in front. And a nice bunt out in front. Oh, by chance, was that a bunt hit? Nicely done by Golbeck.
Now batting the second baseman, number 2, Peyton Basler.
That's going to bring up Peyton Basler. Basler, the second baseman.
And you want to fix this.
Yeah, you can do it. Just fix the count first.
Yeah. Because they have
Just
four.
remember, yeah, they got 4 now, so you can always fix it.
Maybe he'll just get a hit no matter what.
Yeah, it's hard.
Basler is from Lansing, Kansas. Runners at first and third, 0-1 the count on Basler. He walked his last time up. And that's low and outside. 1-1 the count. Runner goes. That's inside. Now that will be a stolen base.
How do I go down?
Top now, hit dinner.
So 2-1 the count
The enter doesn't make sense.
on Basler.
That's what it is.
Pulls that one way down into the woods. Although a tree knocked it down right at the edge. 2-2 the count. Blue Devils with 2 in the first, 1 in the second so far. The Wolves with 1 in the top of the first. Blue Devils lead 3-1. Pop up into shallow right at the second baseman. So Eisler takes care of
Now batting
that.
the third baseman, number 10, Jackson Murbash.
That's going to bring up Mervosh. Mervosh is from Lenexa, Kansas. He'll step in with 1 out, runners at second and third.
I'm going to let you breathe.
Breaking ball sails a little bit low. 1-0 the count.
Personally, I wouldn't want to. I mean, it's still chilly.
There's a ball headed up the middle.
It's gonna bring in 2.
And an RBI base hit. Plates 2 of them, does
Two
Mervosh.
RBI single by Jackson Murbash.
Right back up the middle for a base hit and a couple more
Now batting the
RBI.
first baseman, number 23, Jace Wada.
So that'll bring up Jace Wojda. Wojda is from Lincoln, Nebraska. He steps in with 1 out and 1 on.
I have one of my friends goes to Nebraska.
That's outside. 1-0 the count. Wojda walked his first time up.
They're a volleyball team, which is
5-1 lead now for the Blue Devils.
what?
We're going with volleyball team?
Yeah. Well, no.
Toss over to first by
The women's
Witt.
volleyball team is really good.
Nothing going on over there. Back in safely is Mervosh.
Nah, but they actually are. Yeah, that's
That's down low. Snap throw back down there, but back in safely is Mervosh.
just sent somebody and said, oh, Max, the whole volleyball spring match is like sold out. And there's only like 46 damn minutes it's sold. I'm like, bro.
2-0 the count. That's inside and low. So 3-0 the count on Wojda.
Your teammate got
Wojda, we'll see if he continues to show patience.
Oh. Yeah. You know who that is? Oh,
There's a strike called at the knees outside corner. So 3-1 the count. Sometimes you know that Jace is happy that that strike is called, so he has an opportunity to swing the bat. I know his mentality. There's a foul ball backing out of play.
what happened to you, man?
3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Toss over to first, back in safely is Mervosh.
Honest, Wendy's sounds like a movie.
And it's cheap.
What?
Wendy's is cheap.
Tell me. Like, I just don't, myself, I don't get McDonald's anymore for like lunch or dinner. I mean, like, if I have a chance to just order fast food, I just don't.
3-2 the count.
According to where it's at.
No, it looks like.
Where did you guys eat for basketball?
Everywhere. Everywhere.
Because you were downtown. When you guys went downtown, where did you guys eat?
We would go to either.
Runner goes. And a line drive into right field. So first to third goes Mervosh, and
A
Woida
single by Jace White.
with the single to right field.
We ate everywhere. We ate.
That'll bring up Brady Patterson.
Now batting the DH number 32, Brady Patterson.
Patterson is from Auburn, Kansas. He'll step in with 1 out and runners at the corners. Mervosh over at third base.
This is a bunch of us.
Over at first is Woida. And at the plate is Patterson. Sun peeks out from behind the clouds. I like it. 1-0 the count on Brady Patterson. He had an RBI base hit his last time up. That's up high. 2-0 the count now.
Never at Golden Corral?
Yeah, we went to Golden Corral. We're going to Pizza Ranch.
Pizza.
Oh, Pizza Ranch is good.
Never heard of those. This is,
It's more north, but up north.
It's really popular.
It's high and outside.
Yeah.
So 3-0 the count on Patterson.
My family.
Blue Devils with 3 runs so far in the inning. They lead 5-1 here in the bottom of the second. And that's inside for ball 4. So Patterson with the walk.
Now batting the catcher number 26, Frankie Santiago.
That's going to bring up Santiago. He's from Calle, Puerto Rico. Going to get a visit to the mound by the catcher, Roush. Not sure if they're trying to buy some time down in the bullpen, but there's no one warming up in earnest down there. So bases loaded, 1 out. Santiago at the plate. Santiago currently has more home runs from the left-handed side than the right-handed side.
I like when
He has 9 home runs
you just never know what you're going to get.
on the season. Swinging a foul back to the screen there. 0-1 the count. Bases full of Blue Devils. That's high and outside. 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bronco Witt on in relief of Dalton Eggleston. That's up just a little bit high. 2-1 the count. Get something about that high on the inside half of the plate, and Santiago will launch it over the fence. Foul that one back to the screen. He feels like he missed that one. 2-2 the count, 1 out, bases loaded. There's a foul ball off the foot of Santiago. Bottom of the second inning action. Another foul ball down and off the foot. Now, the pitcher's not going to make any points with me as an umpire. When the ball is fouled into the ground, he's going to throw him a ball, and the pitcher motions that he wants that same ball back. 2-2 the count. High and outside, so full count now with one out. And that's going to be ball 4 and an RBI. So Santiago with RBIs, his 2 at-bats, once by hit, once by walk.
Now batting the left fielder, number 22, Freddie Nolan.
So Freddie Nolan, the 4th, will step in.
Should be 6-1 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Die, friends.
Nah, you good.
That's low and outside. Nolan, the 4th, is from Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh, that old dude.
He was like 1 or 2 innings behind.
Foul ball back and over onto the soccer field.
Same old guy. He said that
Yeah.
he couldn't even see the scoreboard in softball. Like, he couldn't see that far. I was like, how?
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
We were trying to help him the entire time. We get something about like whatever.
Guys come with like 25 different snacks.
That's up high. 2-1 the count.
Every second.
Oh my gosh.
Terrible. He had a backpack full of time.
So yeah, you're doing better than the others.
Woida at third base. Patterson at second. Santiago at first. Nolan the 4th at the plate. That's high and inside for ball 4.
Yeah, but
So another RBI base hit. The Blue Devils played another run by walk. We're going to get a pitching change, and the Blue Devils are going to start their second round through the lineup as soon as we get the new pitcher. Blue Devils leading 7-1. We'll be back. Pitching change has been made for the Wolves of Metropolitan Community College. Ethan Veach from Platte County, Missouri will come in. He has a 1-0 record with a 6.35 ERA.
But it didn't go through.
There's a strike called on the outside corner. Pachorik is from Aurora, Colorado. He's up there with the bases loaded. 2-0 the count now. Ball blocked by Roush out in front of the plate. He couldn't find it, but nobody could move up. Pachorik was hit by a pitch to start this inning off. He's up there for his second at bat with Veach coming in on the mound for the Wolves. There's a high pop up going to get out behind us.
Oh, trust me, being from Ohio, I know.
So 2-1 the count.
You mentioned Minnesota.
6 runs in the inning. Blue Devils leading 7-1. Bases still loaded. 1 out.
Whenever I go visit my family in summertime,
There's a little
it's about
popper out to the pitcher. And going to get the fielder's choice. 1 to 2 fielder's choice. So the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Brady
Now batting
Kern.
the center fielder number 6, Brady Kern.
Kern will step in. Kern is from Lawrence, Kansas.
with the heat index.
He had a base hit to center field his first time up. There he squares to bunt, pulls back,
Midwest
and takes ball 1. 1-0 the count. Bases loaded.
Yeah.
Kern at the plate.
Yeah, it's in Florida. It's just
That's up high. 2-0 the count. Brady Kern, the center fielder, he's up there with 2 outs, bases loaded.
it's wet. Like it's a wet cold. It's like it just rained.
That's down low.
But it didn't rain. It's just humid still.
So 2-0 the count.
Dry cold. I'd rather dry cold than stand freaking in the sun when it's freezing down there.
And that's
All right, fair enough.
Oh shit, I was big on multiple counts.
I have 3 walking lines.
so a base on balls.
Now batting the shortstop number 4, Gary Goldbeck.
So back to the top of the order and Goldbeck. Blue Devils now leading 8-1.
7 and 2 runs.
Squares to bunt.
Or am I tripping?
Fouls it back straight down and then back over the top of Roush, the catcher.
Yeah, but it says it's only 8. How does that work?
The math of this thing.
So 0-1 the count on Goldbeck. There's a ball headed into left field. So 2 runs in
10-1.
on the base hit by Goldbeck.
Oh, now it's right.
2 RBI single by Gary Goldbeck.
So Goldbeck ends up over at first. 2 more runs in
Now
the
batting second
inning.
baseman number 2, Peyton Basler.
So that'll bring up Basler. Basler will step in
Nah, you good.
with the Blue Devils leading 11-1.
No, it is 10-1 actually.
Gotcha, very good. 10, I thought. Had I missed something?
Nah, you.
Oh, so now
I mentioned to you, yeah. That's all I'm
We have 10 now.
Okay, well, hang on. Give me a second, Brett.
Now, this is something, no, you don't have to do nothing. Wait for the bat. We'll probably score.
Well, I just fixed it.
She would rather fix it correctly. Nicely done.
Because we were talking
10-0.
about how he was 1 run behind. It said everything was right. 9 and then 8, and then now it's freaking 10.
Okay, we good.
So Basler at the plate. He popped out to the second baseman earlier in this inning.
Like you said, in the base right now.
That's down low.
Oh, shit. Shoot, sorry. It's 3 and 0 here over here? Oh, no. Everybody get ball.
So 8 runs so far in the inning. That's down low.
That's where it is they take forever.
So Basler takes a base on balls. That's going to load the bases back up for Mervosh.
Now batting the third baseman number 10, Jackson Mervosh.
Mervosh struck out in the first. In the second, he had a 2 RBI base hit. There's a strike at the bottom part of the zone, inside half of the plate. So earlier this inning, Mervosh had 2 RBI into center field with a base hit.
That's
It's outside. 1-1 the count.
don't worry, bro. score. We got this.
Yeah,
We got an inning that's going
we got
crazy.
everything
We
going
got
on.
so many pitching strings.
Oh, we have a pinch hitter.
I don't blame it, no.
And a foul ball back into the screen.
Is it strike right there? There's two strikes, right?
Yeah, should be. Yep.
1-2 the count.
No, I just feel like I'm sure because I'm like, it actually
Veach on the mound. Breaking ball fouled over the dugout at first base side.
Yeah, it's just not fun.
Breaking ball hit it up the middle. That's going to be knocked down by the shortstop Cole, but that's going to be a base hit for Mervosh up the
Base
middle.
hit by Jackson Mervosh.
So the Blue Devils now are going to have a pinch hitter.
You can fix like the end runs, but you can't fix like the actual inning unless you restart the game. You can.
Pinch hitting for the Blue Devils, number 7, Austin Burrows.
Austin Burrows will pinch hit.
Tell me it's gonna trip.
There's a ball on Burrows. Burrows is from Pickrell, Nebraska.
We score again of 10 in these
2-0 the count on Burrows. Burrows started the day batting .214. There's a strike at the belt inside half of the plate. Breaking ball catches the outside corner for the called third strike. The Blue Devils get 9 runs
Your
on
score
1,
after
2,
2 innings complete, the
3,
Blue Devils up
4,
11-1.
5, 6 hits. 9 runs on 6
Blue
hits.
Devils
We go to the
like
top of the
PSN
third
Sports,
inning.
being the official
Blue Devils
provider of
leading
many
11-1. I'll be back.
athletes.
Pitching change made by the Blue Devils. Charlie Mosser, 1-0 record, 8.44 ERA. He's from Lincoln, Nebraska. Bryce Icerer back to the top of the order. Gall and Cole after that. 2-0 the count on Icerer. Icerer starts the day batting 208. And 3-0 the count goes on him. Icerer at the plate, 3-0 the count. Top of the third inning action. Blue Devils leading 11-1. There's a strike right through there by Mosser. Icerer, the second baseman for the Wolves. The ball headed into right field. Pachorik over to his right, our left, and takes care of that for the first out of the inning. So back to the top of the order.
Right fielder number 7, Frank Gall.
Back to the top of the order and Gall. Gall is from St. Joe, Missouri. There's a ball headed into right field. So Gall led the game off with a bunt hit. Very, very close. Play that base hit to right field. And that's going to bring up Broxton Cole.
Number 2, Broxton Cole.
Cole is from Lawson, Missouri. There's a strike called. Runner at first base is Gall. He had a one-out hit. The move over to first got me on that one, did Mosser. They're going to call a balk on his move and send Gall down to second. So runner at second base now. Cole was called out on strike his first time up. There's a ball headed to deep right center, and Gall will move up on that fly ball. That's going to bring up Kaboyaban.
Now batting the first baseman, number 10, J.C. Kaboyaban.
Kaboyaban is from Liberty, Missouri. Showed up at the Wolves by way of Drury University, the old transfer portal. 1-0 the count on him. That's in the dirt, nicely blocked by Santiago. Kaboyaban had an RBI ground out. Had a runner at third, and the ball hit to Mervosh. Mervosh wisely went to first with it. That's down low. So Mosser's 2-0 here. Seems to be a little quicker to the plate than usual and just doesn't have any timing going here. There's a strike inside corner at the knees. 2-1 the count. Runner at third base is Gall. 2 outs. That ball's going to be out of play.
Okay.
I've been pressing strike this whole time and it ain't been going through. I'm trying to do this NCAA thing. Oh,
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at third. Top of the third inning action. That's down low for ball 4. It's going to bring up Jeffries.
Now batting the DH number 32, Caden Jeffries.
Jeffries is from Green Valley, Missouri. He'll step in with 2 outs and 2 on. And he's hit by a pitch.
The base is loaded now.
So that'll load him up for Sosa. Sosa grounded out to Woida at first. Believe that is. Gonna have to check to see who that is at first. Not sure if that is Burrows or if Burrows is at third and Mervosh went over.
It's Burrows.
Burrows did go to first.
Now batting the third baseman, number 15, Jesus Sosa.
Mervosh had gone over to first a game or so back, and Burrows at third, so a little different change there. Backing out of play. Sosa is from Camargo, Chihuahua in Mexico. There's a ball backhanded by Golbeck and over to Mervosh. So what a nice play right there by the fielder's choice. 6-5 to get that last out. So we go to the bottom half of the third inning. Blue Devils leading 11-1. I'll be back. Thanks for joining me. All right, to the bottom half of the third we go. Cooper Sealaff from Kansas City, Missouri, comes to the mound for the Wolves of Metropolitan. Patterson is at the plate. Ground ball to the third baseman, Sosa, and over to first for the 5-3 ground out. That'll bring up Santiago.
Now batting the catcher, number 26, Frankie Santiago.
Santiago will step in. Santiago's had a base hit and a base on balls. Both of them yielded runs.
It's your team, bro. One of the
That's inside 1-0 the count on the catcher, Frankie Santiago.
This is funny, bro. Them soccer team was literally, they said, hell.
A high fly ball got way out in front of that.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
I can tell that was smashed, too. You see them trying to run to get it. Might be down the wood, bro. Ooh.
There's a ball headed into deep center field.
Good, it was good contact, yes.
That's taken care of by Seeley.
Now batting the left fielder, number 22, Freddie Nolan.
So Freddie Nolan, the fourth, will step in with 2 outs, nobody on. Nolan, the fourth, has grounded out and walked. His walk was also for an RBI. There's a strike, catches the inside corner by Sealaff. He's on replace of Veach, Witt, and Eggleston. There's a breaking ball. Not sure where that missed. Looked like strike 2 up here to us, but nonetheless ruled 1-1 as it was ruled a ball. There's a foul ball. I believe that's going to get out of play. So 1-2 the count on the left fielder, Freddie Nolan, the fourth. Low and inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Oh, this is the song. I like you got the whole list.
There's a ball headed to deep left. And over to take care of that is Morris.
3 innings.
So 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Blue Devils leading 11-1. All right, to the top of the 4th inning we go. Roush, Morris, and Seeley scheduled up for the Wolves.
Connor Roush.
Roush is from Columbus, Nebraska. There's a ball headed down the right field side. Going to believe that to get out of play, and does.
Played a lot at the beginning of the game tonight.
Roush grounded out
I think
to first base unassisted his first time up.
they didn't even have a 3-point line though, like our 3-point line.
I noticed that
We
too.
practiced 12.
Nolan the fourth, Kern Pachorik across the outfield, Mervers, Goldbeck, Basler, and Burrows across the infield. That's outside 2.
No, we took bus every day.
1-1 the count with Santiago behind the plate.
Other day.
And Charlie Mosser
Every tag game, we were like,
on the
we
mound.
would travel, like to Metro. We would
There's
drive
a
farther to
foul ball,
Metro
1-2 the count
than
now.
we would Johnson for a away game.
Metro's on.
Yeah, like 25, 30.
Metro's on the other side. Yeah, we're.
Yeah.
11-1 lead here in the top of the fourth for the Blue Devils.
I mean, their court is.
Yeah, they have a nice gym. But like then we go to Johnson, who's like 20 minutes, maybe.
It's outside. 2-2 the count.
Yeah. Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
It's Johnson County. I saw like the record overall because I was trying to pay attention as it went on.
Undefeated.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, they lost the championship.
Another ball down the right field line. That's going to be out of play again as well.
Yeah, they go nationals almost every year, and they always just sell every time. I think they have,
2-2 the count.
one national championship. They got like 20 appearances though.
Mosser on in relief of Bartkowski and Vaughter.
Farm built for March.
It's low and outside, so 3-2 the count.
That Oompa Loompa. Dude, their coach was like maybe 5'1". He was just short and stout. Yes. For the girls? Huh? Yes, for the girls. Like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna find a photo of him and show you this guy.
Low and inside,
We were just, I was like,
so a leadoff walk
yeah, he was short and stout.
for the catcher, Connor Roush.
Let me just find a photo for you.
Now batting the left fielder, number 9, Colin Morse.
It's going to bring up Colin Morris. He's from Kansas City, Missouri.
They have to have like.
He'll step in with a runner at first base and nobody out.
It was so hard to take him seriously. It's like.
Swing and a miss of that
I know he's
pitch.
gonna start shitting his
0-1 the count.
I heard your coach screaming a lot.
Oh no, she does. Literally, I could hear. I'm like right, like near it. I'm hearing her like even on the mic sometimes.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's up a little bit high. 1-1 the count. Morris reached on a base on balls his first time
Two
out.
national championships, 15 appearances ever.
That's outside.
They've been number 1 all year.
2-1 the count.
Johnson.
Johnson. It's like I feel like Johnson County is just good at like.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because like I think no they got
3-1 the count.
so nice. Like, I think one time my college softball team went over there for like a game. I saw their field. I'm like,
They're so nice, yeah.
I wish.
Low and inside for base on balls. So back-to-back walks issued by Mosser to a couple of Wolves. We're going to get a visit to the mound. Don't see anybody warming up down there unless somebody got warm in his.
Oh no, someone said no.
So I believe he was ready to go and on his way in. We got a pitching change. I'll be back. Blue Devils leading 11-1 here in the top of the fourth inning. I'll be back. All right, pitching change has been made by the Blue Devils. Caden Bashirs from Kansas City, Missouri, to the mound. Deegan Seeley will be the first to face him.
Are they higher than you guys?
No, we're higher than them.
Seeley is also from Kansas City, Missouri.
Seeley.
We played the third best one talk ago. Cali.
Squares to bunt, and it's going to be picked up foul. 0-1 the count. So runners at first and second are Mosser's responsibility. Bashirs gets a foul ball bunt, so 0-1 the count here on Seeley.
The only one that's close around us is Iowa Western.
Squares to bunt, and that got the umpire.
Didn't I catch it or a foul ball?
Yeah, it was like a bunt. It was like a tip bunt.
And it
I
got
know that's normal, but
Yeah. Trying to walk it off.
So the umpire kind of high stepping to get off of that one. 0-2 the count. It's one thing to get hit, it's another thing to get hit at 44 degrees or whatever degrees are up to now with the wind blowing out of the
so
north.
you guys have your conference tournament. It'll be only for your side.
I can't remember is whoever has the most wins in the conference.
Oh.
Sun peeking out a bit here now.
And then we have like where is it? I don't know. We didn't win last year. But we got regionals in Spain.
Where's nationals this year?
Nationals.
So 0-2 the count. That's up just a bit. 1-2 the count on Seeley. Seeley grounded out to Mervosh at third.
Next step is regionals.
His first at bat in the second inning.
That would be Colorado.
Oh, guys, it's Colorado.
There's a breaking ball called strike 3. So the breaking ball started outside there by Bashirs and back in
Bashirs.
for the strikeout. It's going to bring up Icerer.
Baseman number 3, Bryce Icerer.
Icerer is from Carrollton, Missouri. Strike first pitch on him. 0-1 the count.
Michigan.
One out. Runners at first and second.
That was a tough one.
Runners at first and second were both walks earlier. That ball's up just a bit. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
What are we talking about?
They need to be top at least 8.
Maybe top 8 to qualify?
Yeah.
It's outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count.
We have to compete with the top 8 goes here for like 16. 16.
Breaking ball low and outside. 3-1 the count now.
The games that they're supposed to be blowouts and they're supposed to win, they make it look hard.
And there's ball 4. So a couple of walks, then a punch out, then walks. The bases are loaded.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Back to the top of the order and Gall. Gall has a bunt hit and a base hit.
Number 7, Frank Gall.
So Gall is 2 for 2. See if we can get a one hopper to somebody on the inning.
And then she took
On the
advantage of it.
infield for a double play. That could be trouble right there. And Gall with the grand slam home run for the Wolves. That got out of here in a hurry. So that's going to make it an 11-5 the score. So that'll bring up Broxton Cole, the shortstop.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Broxton Cole.
Cole has been called out on strikes and been out on a fly ball to Kern in right center. So 11-5 with one swing of the bat, and all three
They give him a break. This is his second.
of those were walks to make that a grand slam.
Second inning this year.
Oh,
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
He's not gonna.
is he a freshman?
No.
There's a strike right through there. 1-2 the count.
Should he? Yes. So he come back at least the next year and throw at least 20 innings.
Way high and outside. 2-2 the count now.
Still not getting over how that ball was just pushed.
Comes the stretch in the 2-2. There's a foul ball over into the edge of the soccer field. We'll do the 2-2 again. Blue Devils leading 11-5 here in the top of the fourth, but Gall with the grand slam to make it closer. There's a fly ball to Pachorik in right for the second out of the inning.
Do you know where Jada's going?
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
Probably. I think she's going to New Mexico State.
That'll bring up Kaboya Band.
Oh, wow.
He's had an RBI ground out and reached on a base on balls.
I don't know though. I don't know how she's going. I just know she wanted to visit there.
If it was for a grade, she'd probably like me.
Kaboya Band is the
Now
first
batting
baseman.
First baseman number 10, J.C. Kabuyabin.
I know they're due too, but
We're
her grades.
Arkansas was looking at her.
I mean,
It's a foul ball on that breaking ball. So 0-1 the count on the first baseman of the Wolves, Kaboya Band.
None of us talk about where, like, any of our. I mean, like, we will every now and then, but, like, it's not. Oh, hey, man, like, so and so.
Way outside, 1-1 the count.
No, I get it. You know, it's
But I don't know. I don't know who's looked at her, who hasn't. I just know that her grades won't let her go higher than she is.
Swing and a miss of that pitch, so 1-2 the count. Breaking ball down low. Nice pitch by Bushiers. Outside and in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And just gets a piece of that breaking ball to stay alive. There's a swing and a miss of the high heater right there. So the Wolves get 4 runs on 1 hit. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Blue Devils leading 11-5. I'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom of the fourth inning.
The right fielder, number 3, Tanner Pajoric.
Pachoric, Kern, and Golbeck scheduled up. That's a little bit low for ball one. 1-0 the count on Pachoric. He's been hit by a pitch and reached on a fielder's choice. There's a base hit past the diving third baseman Sosa and the diving Cole. So a base hit to lead things off.
Number 6, Brady Kern.
So that'll bring up Brady Kern.
I know I heard, right, like, that the team.
Kern will step in with a runner at first base, nobody out. Kern has a base hit and reached on a base on balls. The base on balls yielded a run. So 1-0 the count. On the center fielder, Brady Kern.
First one with like a couple friends of mine or whatever.
Heston?
Yeah, Heston. Yeah, it was Heston.
There's a strike inside half of the plate at the waist.
No idea.
1-1 the count.
Honestly, I was in daycare when I was like 2, and there was this kid who I'd walk in, he would start screaming JJ because he knows my name. And then kind of stuck, I guess. I don't know, I've been called Jalen 6. Except for the first day.
Little toss over to first by C-Laugh. Nothing much going on over there. Huge lead by Pachoric. There's another strike on the inside corner.
It's probably chicken. I don't know, because I don't hear anything.
There it is. Yep, people pee out.
Took me a sec.
It's a
Runner goes. And a ball.
You got a little chili?
No, it's
So Pachoric with the stolen base.
I was like,
I was like, wait a second.
2-2 the count.
okay. By the way, I've been pressing strike this whole time, and it wouldn't go through.
I didn't know the count was. So I just go out here.
I would trust him. Boom.
Oh,
There's a ball headed into left field. That's going to be taken care of by Morris and safe. Safe on the tag and move up to third. So Kern's out on a fly ball to Morris in left.
Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Gary Golbeck.
So back to the top of the order in Golbeck. Golbeck's been out on a fly to right, had a bunt hit and a base hit through the hole
where were you at? The reception?
at short and third for 2 RBI. And that's up high for ball one. 1-0 the count.
Yeah, when I saw the grand slam, I was like, first ball, damn, that was gone.
There's a ball headed into center field.
Tag up.
And Golbeck with the sac fly for an RBI. Just a nice job of hitting right there for the
Now batting
The
second
sac
baseman,
fly.
Number 2, Peyton Basler.
It's going to bring up Basler.
Oh yeah, we were up here.
She's mastering it,
We're better than the first guy.
Yeah, way better.
There's a ball right back up the middle.
Yeah, I saw the score go whoop, and I was like, oh.
A single by Peyton Basler.
So Basler right back up the middle
Now batting
for the
third
base
baseman,
hit.
number 10, Jackson Mervash.
It's going to bring up Mervosh. Mervosh has struck out, had an RBI base hit for 2 RBI and another base hit for 1 RBI.
Oh, you take stats? Yeah.
So 2 for 3 on the day with 3 RBI for Mervosh.
Yeah, you did. All that crazy.
Let me be a doctor.
Little toss over to first. Nothing going on over there.
I got a discount right on KCK. Yep, I got you guys.
Would you trust the doctors to give all discounts? That sounds sketchy.
Yeah, that kind of does actually.
Runner goes.
In the paper.
Right.
And
There you go.
stolen base by Goldbeck, and then he moves on over to third.
Groupon?
Excuse me, Basler. As I write it down on Basler, I say Goldbeck. Goldbeck had the sack fly. Thanks for the help there.
I know, I think it was
Mervosh at the plate now. 1-1 the count on him.
I'll take Ballard. No, I can go down there. It's a wheezy bit chip ball.
That's down. That's down.
That is, yeah.
Extra bases into the corner.
Add that. Run.
So Mervosh with an RBI double into the right field corner.
Mervosh.
It added the extra hits.
So one more run in for the Blue Devils.
Now batting number 7, Austin Burrows.
It's going to bring up Burrows.
Thanks. I won't close this. I'm not locked out.
There's a ball headed into right field. It's going to be taken care of by Gall. So the Blue Devils get 2 runs in the inning. They get those 2 runs
Good score
on
after
3
4 innings
hits.
complete. The Blue Devils up 13-5.
We go to the top of the 5th inning. Blue Devils leading 13-5. I'll be back. All right, to the top of the 5th we go. Jeffries, Sosa, and Roush
Leading off
scheduled
the top of the
up
fifth
for
inning,
the
DH
Wolves.
Number 32, Caden Jeffers.
Jeffries has struck out and been hit by a pitch. Breaking ball right back through there for a strike called. Bashir's back for another inning of work for the Blue Devils. Swing and a miss of the high heater right there. So the designated hitter, Jeffries, down in the count quickly 0-2. In the dirt. Not chasing was Jeffries there, so 1-2 the count. Sun peeking out once again. Still windy and cool. As a ground ball, Goldbeck charges, gets a nice hop, and over to Burrows for the 6-3 ground out. That'll bring up Sosa.
Now batting the third baseman, number 15, Jesus Sosa.
Sosa is grounded out twice, once to first base and once to shortstop. Breaking ball stays inside just a bit. 1-0 the count. That's outside 2-0 the count. Sosa bats here with one out in the top of the fifth. Foul ball. Two and one the count. So ball headed into center field. Over to right center with the play on his Kern.
Now batting the catcher, number 6, Connor Roush.
It's going to bring up the catcher, Roush. Roush will step in with 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch is a ball. He grounded out unassisted to Woida at first and then reached on a base on balls. His 2 at-bats today so far. Little check swing, going to be back out in front, and in to take care of that is Bashir's down to Burrows for the 1-3 ground out. So 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the fifth. We go to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Blue Devils leading 13-5. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Blue Devils leading 13-5. Sealaugh back for another inning of work. Patterson leading things off. There's a strike right through there. Patterson has an RBI base hit, a walk, and a ground out so far in this one. That's outside. 1-1 the count. Patterson leads things off here in the bottom of the fifth for the Blue Devils. It's going to be out of play over the first base dugout. So 1-2 the count on Brady Patterson. Breaking ball stays way up high. Foul that back to the screen. 2-2 the count. Patterson earns himself another pitch. Just a little bit out in front of that. Was headed for the corner and extra bases, but he just didn't wait quite long enough.
90 minutes.
Unless there's 15-minute half running clock.
Comes the 2-2. As the ball hit it into center field.
Yep.
So a little base hit into right center for Patterson.
Base hit for Brady Patterson.
Show it to me till now with that.
Now batting the catcher, number 26, Frankie Santiago.
So that'll bring up Santiago. Santiago has an RBI base hit, an RBI base on balls, and a fly out to Seeley in center field. That's outside 1-0 the count. Runner at first base is Patterson. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Foul ball backing out of play. So 1-2 the count on the catcher, Frankie Santiago. We'll throw over to first. Nothing going on over there. Kaboya with a little tag way after being back in. There's a line drive base hit into right field. Gonna hold Patterson at second. So a couple of leadoff hits.
Santiago.
The Blue Devils are in business here. That's gonna bring up Freddie Nolan, the fourth.
Now batting the left fielder, number 22, Freddie Nolan.
Nolan, the fourth, has grounded out, reached on a base on balls, and been out on a fly to left. There's a ball headed to deep left. Wind's going to hold that up. And tagging and moving to third is Patterson. So Nolan hits a deep, moves a runner to third. The wind probably kept that from being off the fence.
Now batting the right fielder, number 3, Tanner Bajorek.
So that's going to bring up Pachorik. First and third now for the Blue Devils. One out in the inning. Pachorik's been hit by a pitch. Been out on reached on a fielder's choice and had a base hit. Runner goes and he takes a high ball and slaps it into left center.
RBI single.
So an RBI single for Pachorik.
An RBI single by Tanner Bajorek.
Going to get a visit to the mound as the sun peeks out. The Blue Devils are now up 14-5. We'll see if there's going to be a change. One run in the inning, bottom of the fifth inning action. Runners at first and third, one out. I'll be back. All right, so the words of wisdom have been imparted. Brady Kern will step in. He's had a base hit, a base on balls, and a fly out to left field. The ball headed into center field. We'll see if that's deep enough to get the run home. And it is. So a sack fly
RBI by Brady Kern.
by Brady Kern. That makes
Now
it.
batting the shortstop, number 4, Gary Goldback.
So back to the top of the order. Blue Devils up 15-5. Ball should get out of play and does up on top of the dugout. Goldback 2 for 4 with a couple of base hits. One with 2 RBI and then a sac fly for another. So 2 for 3 on the day with a sac fly, couple of base hits, and 3 RBI to his credit. 1-1 the count on Goldback. That stays up high. 2-1 the count.
Their pitching just slow. I don't know if it looks fast down there, but
It does.
it's just slow.
That's down low. So 3-1 the count on the shortstop for the Blue Devils, Gary Goldback.
Nothing would top that one guy to do that one curveball in the air.
That you guys saw?
No, remember we're up here, and it was the other team. It was a midweek.
There's ball 4. That's up just a bit. That'll bring
Now
up
batting the
Basler.
second baseman, number 2, Peyton Basler.
Basler is 1 for 2 on the day with a base hit, a stolen base, and a couple of walks. That stayed up just a bit. Want to know the count? Runners at first and second, 2 outs. There's a strike, catches the outside corner at the waist. Foul ball. We'll do the 1-2 again. The Wolves with 1 in the first, 4 in the fourth for 5. Blue Devils with 2 in the first. Let's get our pitch here. There's a foul ball that's going to be down the left field line and over into the workout area of the Blue Devils. Blue Devils with 2 in the first, 9 in the second, and 2 in the fourth. 2 so far here in the fifth. Basler with another foul ball. We'll do the 1-2 again. Fly ball into left. That's taken care of by Morris. So the Blue Devils get 2 more.
Your score after
On
5 innings
3
complete,
hits.
Blue Devils up 15-5.
Blue Devils lead 15-5. We go to the top of the 6th. We'll be back. Morris, Seeley, and Icerer scheduled up for the Wolves. Swing and a miss of that pitch. 0-1 the count. Morris has reached twice on base on balls. Swing and a miss again. So 0-2 the count. That's up high. 1-2 the count. Way outside and all the way back to the screen. Nolan the fourth, Kern and Pachorik left to right across the outfield. Mervosh, Goldbeck, Basler, and Burrows left to right across the infield. Santiago behind the plate and Caden Bashir's on the mound. Breaking ball right back up the middle for the base hit. So Morris with the leadoff hit. That's going to bring up Seeley.
Now batting the center fielder, number 4, Deegan Seeley.
Runner goes in. Seeley fouls it over by the dugout. So Morris will make his way back to first.
I like Purdue. I got to win the whole thing.
State's luck has to
0-1 the count.
It's like Purdue, they're on, I feel like Purdue's on a different mission than
Seeley has grounded out and been called out on strikes.
now they feel like it's almost like Virginia a couple of years ago. Virginia lost to like a 16 seed or something, and then they won it all.
They're making a big deal
Oh my
about
God, Dawson's up there.
Who's out there now? Oh, what the?
How do you get up there?
Yeah, I'm just curious, how did he get up there? Is there like a ladder he took?
are they making a big deal about Edie versus DJ Burns?
Oh yeah, people are talking about it. Yeah. I mean,
How is it
DJ
now?
Burns, I like him,
How
man.
did he get up?
He's just.
I don't know.
That misses inside.
He must have had,
1-1
like, a ladder
the
or something
count.
down. Yeah, it looks like he's
Oh,
going
no,
down.
he's jumping down.
No way. Ain't no way.
Morris with the leadoff hit.
Skill right there, man.
Maybe somebody like posted him out there.
Getting on base and knocked down his shoulders.
He really tall.
6'9".
6'9". Damn.
He's playing the wrong sport.
I'm sure.
The ball headed into right field on the run to take care of that is Pachorik. That'll bring up Icerer.
Now batting the second baseman, number 3, Bryce Icerer.
Icerer's been out on a fly to Pachorik in right and reached on a base on balls.
I think.
One out, one on.
But what if Alabama beats them? I think Purdue has a fair shot at winning the whole thing. If they face Alabama, Purdue's going to win. If they face UConn, I think Purdue's going to win. Because
You just think Purdue's gonna win.
Yeah, I was saying, so you think Purdue's going to win regardless.
Purdue's
Yeah,
the
wait.
best team no matter what.
Much closer on that one, but back in
I
safe.
still believe UConn is gonna. I don't know. I feel like UConn's. They're just. It's gonna be UConn and Purdue. And I think UConn can win it all. I don't know.
it's going to determine who has the better center.
Strike called on the breaking ball.
He just crossed them with the thing.
Oh, the pitcher did?
Yeah. Because usually we call like a random number. It doesn't mean nothing. It's just a little face.
Way outside. One ball, one strike, one out, one on.
Do you think
That's up high.
I hope so. She's like, who is it that doesn't
I don't know though. It's again, it's like it's tough because again, you just know with South Carolina, they've just been
dominate? They haven't lost yet.
Well, Iowa beat South Carolina last year.
true.
Little
That was
check
their last
swing
loss.
number over to the first base dugout. So 2-2 the count.
And 3 for the last.
On the second baseman, Bryce Icerer.
Lose in the finals, they should come back for
Right, like Don declares from the draft.
yeah, they should.
Can you do that?
He's got another year. He's out.
And he gets him at first. So Bashir's picks off Morris at first.
That is intriguing to me, actually. If she does that, like, because you gotta understand that's gonna take time with her doing that and then win NBA. But I don't know. I think there was something in the win NBA league that said, well, you can't. I don't know.
Stays inside.
Play it.
That would keep the WNBA in the year.
Well, I think that's what they're trying to do is like draw attention to like the WNBA.
But they have to pay her a
Me
lot.
too.
Yeah, we had the pick off over here.
Oh shoot!
So we'll do the 3-2 again.
Yeah.
We like having you up here, Jay.
I'm glad I can be worth something.
One of the many reasons.
Well, thank you. Little popper over to the first base side, and that's taken care of by Burrows.
All right. We get a couple more, just a little bit of insurance on
So as the sun comes out, it's still cool out. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Blue Devils leading 15-5. I'll be back.
Leading off the bottom of the sixth inning for the Blue Devils, the third baseman, number 10, Jackson Murbash.
Bottom of the sixth. I've got some bookwork to do I've missed out on.
Yeah.
Here?
I don't know.
No.
Like sporting goods.
I said, well, they play Sunday, actually.
Well, I have work at their youth fields. They have like youth fields.
Oh, you
Mervosh, Burrows,
Yeah, 'cause I
and
work
Patterson
Saturday,
scheduled up.
part-time, like a security job, and then like a social media
There's
job
a
and stuff.
strike.
So what I do is during sometimes I help out with security, and then like sometimes during the game they bring me out to do like different posts for sporting goods.
0-2 the count. There's a ball headed right back up the middle. So Mervosh gets down in the count 0-2 and then just promptly
Leadoff single
slaps
by
a base
Jackson
hit
Murbash.
right back up the middle.
Yeah, I don't know what Gavin's gonna do. I mean, she already gets paid $3 million in NIL deals alone.
So that'll bring up
Now
Burrows.
batting number 7, Austin Burrows.
Burrows will step in. He's been called out on strikes and out on a fly to right field. There's a strike, catches the inside corner.
Yeah, I think she's not going back. I know that.
0-1 the count. toss over to first base, and Kabuya Band had to go up and get it.
That's just
There's a strike called, strike two.
Straight up.
So low and inside strike, and then
No, she's
up and out strike for an 0-2 count here on
Caleb Clark is that type of player that people
Burrows, and that ball's fouled away. So we'll do the 1-2 again.
And Nike. Because Caitlin's the most paid in college, any college sport, men or women, for NIL.
You think so?
Oh, she is. If you
I
look it
heard
up,
Tommy Tank's getting paid 3.5.
So another
if
foul.
you look it up, it says 3.1 for her.
He's from LSU.
We'll do the 1-2 again.
Ronnie.
That's in the dirt, nicely blocked by Roush.
4.9. And then Stewart.
Ohio State was going to
Libby,
get Ronnie
Libby's
James
over
next.
3.2.
2-2 that count.
Paul Skeens.
All schemes of the
That's inside.
Caleb's 3.1.
Inside. So 3-2 the count. Michael Montgomery on in relief. He's from Green Valley, Missouri. It was a high fly ball to center field. Not deep enough to move the runner up.
Levi.
From time to
NIL Pasta deal.
Okay.
So the Blue Devils with a pinch hitter here.
We had that meeting at the field house.
pinch hitting for the Blue Devils, number 34, Levi Martin.
Levi Martin will pinch hit. He's from Olathe, Kansas.
Put on the Jumbotron.
Martin starts the day batting .387. That's down low.
It's too cold for Jordan to come out there. Oh, yeah.
But cold for sure. She had that.
Martin with the pinch hit opportunity here. There's a ball to deep center field. And no tag again. So a base hit and then back-to-back flyouts to center field. Going to have another pinch hitter here.
Pinch hitting for the Blue Devils, number 48, Derek Olson.
Derek Olson will pinch hit for Santiago. There's a ball headed into center field for the base hit. So Olson promptly gets a base hit into center field. So another pinch hitter here. John Kaimi.
Jackson.
Pinch hitting again for the Blue Devils, number 45, John Kaimi.
I say again. What do we got up next?
Jackson.
Widener.
Cleaner.
Kaimi at the plate.
Tuesday. Day after April.
That's up high. Bottom of the sixth inning action. Blue Devils leading 15-5. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Kaimi at the plate. There's a pop up into right field. and that's going to be taken care of by the right fielder, Gall. So the Blue Devils
Your score
get
after
no
6 innings
runs
complete, Blue
on
Devils
one
up
hit.
15-5.
We go to the 7th inning. Blue Devils leading by 10. I'll be back.
Blue Devils.
All right, pitching change has been made by the Blue Devils. Weston Freeze from Salina,
Leading off the top of the
Kansas.
7th inning for the Wolves, the right fielder, number 7, Frank Gall.
So Gall will step in. Gall takes a ball. Kaimi in left. Widener in right. Olson behind the plate. Fly ball into right, and taking care of that is Widener.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Broxton Cole.
So that's going to bring up Broxton Cole. So Freeze, after a couple pitches, has an out on a fly to right. That's down low. Two and 0 the count. Cole's been called out on strikes and been out on a couple of flies to right and right center. There's a ground ball picked off by Mervosh and over to Burrows for the 5-3 ground out. So with the 10-run rule in effect here, the Wolves are down to their last out. Possibly here they trail 15-5.
Number 10, J.C. Boyevin.
There's a strike right there for Kaboyaban. 0-1 the count on him. There's a breaking ball to Mervosh. Mervosh loads it up and
Got him.
looked to me like he pulled him off, but he said he hung on to the ball there and was on. So the Blue Devils
Due to the run rule, the Blue Devils win 15-5.
win this one 15-5 in 7 innings as
for a conference doubleheader this Thursday. The first game starting at 1 p.m. Thank you, fans, for your support throughout the 2024 season, and please drive home safely.
if you take a look at 4Ts.com, you will see that on Thursday we traveled down on Wednesday, but on Thursday play the doubleheader, the first two of that series down there, and you will be able to find the streams at 4Ts.com. You'll be watching CSN, which is Cali Sports Network. They have a great production down there. They do a great job. I'll go down and help them a little bit on the backside with that. But the Blue Devils take this one today. The Metropolitan Wolves come over and the Blue Devils win 15-5 in 7 innings. We'll travel down for Thursday, a doubleheader at Arkansas City, Ark City for the doubleheader, and back here I will bring the 2 games on Saturday here to you. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to make a donation to the broadcast, you go to 4Ts.com, find that donation page. All donations go to the broadcast of KCK Baseball. Thank you. Have a great evening.